County Landmarks Preservation Commission is now in session. Please note the meeting is being audio recorded. My name is John Holman, Chair of the Commission, and I will be running tonight's meeting. We're your volunteer representatives appointed by our county councilperson or county executive and entrusted to monitor renovations and additions to our Baltimore County historic resources. We review and approve nominations to the Baltimore County Preliminary Landmarks List and comment on National Register nominations. Additionally, we are charged with evaluating submissions to the Baltimore County Historic Tax Credit Program that encourages the appropriate maintenance and renovation of designated historic properties. Would the commissioners please introduce themselves by name and county council district or representation? We can go in the order listed on the PowerPoint screen. So Lily's not with us, but Chris Weston.
Lily's
Lily?
here. She just logged
joined?
on. So.
Hey Lily, sorry, I didn't see you pop in.
Hi, this is Lily with Council District 1.
Good to have you.
Chris Weston, District 2.
No Wendy. And Celicia and Ray, you're up.
Ray Scott, District 7.
Phoebe Evans Latosha, executive appointment.
Jamie Ferguson, executive appointment. That's not here.
Ed Ward, executive appointment.
Vince Johnson, executive appointment.
And Chris Parks, executive appointment.
Thank you all. Thank you. Now we stand to recite the Pledge of Allegiance. We pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America,
and
to
to
the
the
republic
republic for which it stands,
One nation,
under God,
God,
indivisible, with liberty
and justice for all. Good. Thank you. Thank you. The Landmarks Preservation Commission operates under the authority, standards, and requirements of Title VII, Article 32 of the Baltimore County Code. We refer to the United States Secretary of the Interior standards for rehabilitation as administered by the National Park Service. This is the accepted national standard for historic preservation projects. Our own Baltimore County Historic Preservation Design Guidelines directly reference and incorporate the Secretary of the Interior standards for rehabilitation. We have important preservation issues to discuss and debate at each meeting. If you would like to make comments, please limit your comments to the specific application or proposal submission being reviewed. We ask for your assistance and understanding so that the discussions do not digress. As an additional comment, we can all agree that historic preservation is an important aspect of the quality of life and place that makes Baltimore County unique. As a commission, we seek to recommend significant buildings and places for landmark consideration to the County Council for their final vote. As commissioners, we serve on the commission due to our expertise, interest, and passion for historic buildings and places, and review submissions based solely on their merit. While we may disagree in discussion and voting, we continue to be a collegial body that respects each other personally and professionally. So, do we have any staff reminders?
Just a reminder, we're not offering testimony. We ask members of the public to sign up with staff in advance so we can announce them when they're at the appropriate time. Today, we do not have any members of the public signed up to speak. Again, applicants and owners of project representatives do not have to sign up. They can speak and address the commission if they want at the appropriate time. Staff will announce them and mute them as well. And then also just a reminder that every commission member receives the applications, an application and material packet a week before the meeting that includes all applications and plans that was submitted and other information that staff might have gathered to help them review the application. The information in this PowerPoint is just a summary of that information. Doesn't include everything. It's just used to keep the meeting in an organized manner to help it move along.
Thank you, Caitlin. And then any changes to the preliminary agenda?
No changes.
Okay, thanks, Jessica. And then minutes, a motion to approve, or are there any things we have to address in correcting the minutes? Anybody have any comments or corrections?
I would move that we approve minutes.
Thank you, Chris. Parts, and the second?
Second. Ed.
Ed, and we can do this by voice vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none. We move on to the consent agenda items, and that is number 5, the Smith property.
Smith property is at 601 Cliveden Road in Pikesville, County Council District Number 2. This is a non-contributing resource within the Sudbrook Park County Historic District, and the owners propose in-kind asphalt roof replacements to the main house and rear patio addition, in-kind gutter and downspout replacements, and front porch repairs and in-kind post replacements.
Thank you, Jessica. Commissioners, any objections to that being a consent agenda item? We need to pull that into the regular agenda. Hearing none, I ask for a motion that we approve the consent agenda.
Move that we
I
approve
moved
the
it.
consent agenda.
Thank you. And Vincent, was you the second?
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you. And we have to do a roll call vote for that, please.
All right, we have Lily, please.
Yes.
Chris Weston,
Yes.
Ray,
Yes.
Phoebe,
Yes.
Jamie,
Yes.
Ed,
Yes.
Vince,
Yes.
Chris Parts,
Yes.
and John, please.
Yes.
Great, thank you.
Great. Thank you. And then we'll move on to our regular agenda. So number 4, are you doing that, Jessica?
Yep, this is the Burton property located at 4609 Prospect Ave in Reisterstown, County Council District Number 4. This is a non-contributing structure within the Glendon County Historic District. And the owners are proposing a new deck and staircase construction on the rear east elevation. And as a note, the property is a non-contributing Cape Cod within Glendon, built in 1949, and the neighboring properties on both sides are also non-contributing resources. Applicants wish to construct a 12-foot by 18-foot second-story deck and staircase that rises approximately 5 feet 8 inches above the slope ground surface on the rear east elevation of the main house. The deck will be overlooking a hardscape patio at grade. The deck will be supported by 7 6x6 posts with 18-inch by 30-inch footers. A 4-foot wide wood staircase raising 11 steps high will be placed on the east edge of the deck construction and will be supported by 2 10-inch by 12-inch footers. A series of 2x8 floor joists will support the decking. The decking will be Trex Enhanced Foggy Warmth. Railings will be white vinyl with black round aluminum balusters, and a link was provided in your materials packet. And the decking balusters will be wrapped in white AZEK. Staff would like to add that the previous owners received approval in May of 2019 by the LPC for a deck proposal, which does differ slightly in design, but it's in the same location and has similar composite materials. Staff provided the 2019 application, technical committee report, and certificate of appropriateness approval letter in the meeting materials packet for the LPC to review. Staff is accepting of the deck construction as proposed, as located on the rear east elevation of the main home and will not be visible from Prospect Ave or the public right-of-way. In addition, the use of composite materials is acceptable of the structure as non-contributing. Staff's recommendation is to vote to issue a certificate of appropriateness as proposed, citing Baltimore County Historic Design Guidelines, fences and landscapes.
Thank you. Are the owners with us? Are the no?
We do have an attendee with us that, but it's not loading. Is Gloria Boga
She's
one
online.
of the property?
I'm not sure you're the one that dealt with the applicant. I didn't.
Yeah,
I didn't-
no, that doesn't, no, they're not.
Okay.
I don't believe they're the
Okay.
Burtons.
Well, then let's just go directly to commissioners' comments. Any questions or thoughts on this project?
I think it looks fine. I see no issue with it.
Is that a motion to approve, Ed?
I'll make a motion that we issue a certificate of appropriateness for this, the submission.
Perfect. Thank you. And a second?
Second.
Thanks, Chris Parts. Appreciate it. And then roll call vote?
Have Lily, please.
Yes.
Chris Weston,
Yes.
Ray,
Yes.
Phoebe,
Yes.
Jamie,
Yes.
Ed,
Yes,
Vince,
Yes.
Chris Parts,
Yes.
and John, please.
Yes. Yes. Thank you. And then Jessica, are you up for number 6 too?
Yep, last one.
Great,
This
thank
is
you.
the Porter House, the Robinson Brown property located at 19 Chatsworth Ave, County Council District Number 4. This is a contributing resource within the Glendon County Historic District, and the owners are seeking Part 2 tax credit review for the recoating of the existing standing seam metal roof and the replacement of the existing asphalt front porch and side roofs. This is a 2.5-story frame dwelling constructed sometime prior to 1898 in the faux Victorian style. The main center cross gable roof is covered with an early standing seam tin roof. The front porch roof contains a 2-story side addition with 3-tab asphalt shingles that were installed prior to the owner's purchase of the home. Work item 1 for the main roof recoating. The main roof is covered in a coated standing seam tin roof. The existing coating is an asphalt-based silver aluminized coating, which is currently worn and the underlayment is visible. The owners are proposing to recoat the existing roof, and the work will include prepping the existing surface by cleaning with hot water washer, cleaning solution, and high volume on low pressure to remove dirt, mildew, and other surface grime. After those surfaces are prepped, a primer will be applied to all black spots and 2 coats of Sherwin-Williams metal roof coating will be rolled onto the surface. A color was not indicated in the application and staff asked the LPC to confirm the color. Work item 2 for the front porch and side addition roof replacements. The existing front porch and 2-story side addition roofs are covered in 3-tab asphalt material. The proposal includes the removal of 2 existing layers of roofing, replace any sheet, install a temperature, ice, and water shield. The owners have proposed the following 2 options for the replacement material. Option 1 is a Permalock aluminum shingle. This is in the slate color with the finish in dawn gray. Staff notes that this is a newer material and hasn't been seen in recent years in roofing proposals. Staff asked the commission to discuss possible visual implications this material may or may not have, and staff recommends that if this option is considered, that the smooth finish be used instead of the slate finish proposed, as it adds a texture that the existing 3-tab does not have. In addition, the commission should discuss color matching and take into consideration the main roof's new coating and future fading when determining the appropriate color for the porch and side addition roof. Option number 2 is a 1.75-inch ribbed structural aluminum standing seam roof. The panels will be new 18-inch wide with a 0.032 snap lock and a 1.75-inch tall standing seams. The contractor's estimate mentions the rib profile, and some information in the application mentions the smooth profile. Staff encourages the commission to clarify which profile is being proposed and notes that our design guidelines allow the option for alternative roofing materials when the current material was previously replaced. However, any decision to use an alternative material should be weighed against the primary concern of maintaining the building's historic character. Staff would like the commission to discuss the 2 material options and consider the following location of the replacements, its visibility and color and texture, and other possible visual characteristics. In addition, staff would like to point out that an in-kind replacement of the 3-tab asphalt material in any color meets our design guidelines as well, and still would be tax credit eligible. Staff is accepting of either material as long as the color, texture, and other visible qualities are compatible with the roof on the main house. So staff's recommendation is to vote to issue a certificate of appropriateness with the following conditions for work item number 2. Either that a Permalock aluminum shingle be installed in the smooth finish profile in a custom color that matches the main roof, or that an aluminum standing seam roof be installed in the smooth profile in a custom color that matches the main roof, or finally, that a 3-tab asphalt roofing material be installed in a color of the owner's choice. Citing Baltimore County Historic Design Guidelines, roofs, pages 1 through 13, porches and steps, pages 1 through 6, County Code Section 32-7-405 and 11-2-201.
Thanks so much, Jessica. And do we have the owner with us?
We do. Mr. Robinson is on.
Oh,
Mr. Robinson, you're unmuted. We'd like to address
Good
the
evening,
commission.
everyone. I'm here, and unfortunately, my wife is in New York in that terrible smoky condition, but she's joined us by phone. We presented both metal options because we're trying to maintain the character of the home. So since the asphalt shingles are worn, need to be replaced, we do not want to put asphalt back up. We wanted to we proposed the interlocking seam because the goal is once we fix the front porch, side porch, we want to attend to the wooden windows, and we're going to contract next year to have those restored, removed and restored and reinstalled. However, the plan was to take the interlocking and then in the next 4 or 5 years replace the top roof and make it match. However, whichever product we use, I'm okay with the smooth. Our goal is to actually install, if this is approved, we're going to actually install the metal roofing on the porch and the side. And then when the second company comes to coat the top roof, they will custom match it. So they'll both be in the same silver you see here in the pictures.
thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, be safe up there in New York.
Well, she's trying, but it's tough.
Yeah. Commissioners, comments or thoughts?
I have just a bit of practical advice. If there's any way that you could do the windows before you redo the porch roof, the contractors are going to be up there and your new roof might get damaged in the process. So if you could do the windows before you do the roof, that's ideal. But if not, the standing seam metal roof will be the easiest to walk on. That shingle roof might get damaged just from people walking on it. And in the future, you'll need to paint the house so that the flat seam roof will be the easiest to walk on.
Yeah, for the windows, the company actually, the first company we went with was wasn't up to our standard, and actually went to the commission, got a referral for another company. However, they're scheduling a year to year and a half out. So I don't think the actual porch roof will make another year. And also that interlocking roof, it's mainly one you will see on the coast because it has a higher wind rating and saltwater rating. So it's mainly up and down the eastern coast. But I actually found that company in the Timonium Home Show.
Thank you. Any other comments?
I would suggest, I agree with Chris. I think the best choice would be the standing seam metal roof, not the other. It has a texture of the shingles, but it doesn't have the, it has the pattern of the shingles, but it doesn't have the same look of the asphalt shingles. So I just think it's a strange choice. I don't know if I'm being clear or to express this, but I think that the bottom line is I think the standing seam would be the best choice for this house.
Okay.
Other thoughts, commissioners?
I do have a question. There are several houses on the street that are similar in style with the main roof and the porch roof either being the same, or as in this case, tin metal on the main roof and shingle on the porch roof. When they are in the same style, they are currently shown as all asphalt shingle. I guess my question is there historic evidence to indicate whether or not what the original roof on the porch was, and by making them the same, it would certainly be different than the rest of the houses on the street.
Yes, ma'am.
No metal roof, all metal roofs throughout the street. So just a question.
Yeah, what we found is I've been on the Historic Glendon board, and I'm currently on the GCA board, and we looked at several properties. And what seems to be the habit on some of these homes was an economic decision. So what they did was, when the smaller roofs started to fail, they kind of went with shingles. And some of the homes had we just had a home had a whole roof replaced. They found that they took the standing seam, hammered it down, and put asphalt shingles over the metal roof. So a lot of homes here, where the roofs have maintained, the porches have deteriorated. And it could be what the other gentleman was saying, that they were doing maintenance on the house, walked on it, damaged it, and that could be the case. But what they found was, economically, they were allowed to put asphalt up. And that's what happened with this house, that through our repairs, we found some decisions that were possibly economic. They couldn't pay to put metal back up. And our goal is to try to restore the house as much as we can to make it look good. So that's why I didn't want to do an in-kind asphalt if I had a choice. I know it's going to cost me more to do a standing seam. And we just had two products there. But we understand that the board feels the standing seam is more aesthetic and pleasing to the house, then that's the route we'll go with. But we feel that we should progress the house. So I think putting an in-kind asphalt shingle back up would just kind of be going in the opposite direction as far as the presentation of the neighborhood and the community.
Thank you. Thank you. Commissioners, any other comments?
I'll make a motion that we follow the staff's recommendations for this house, for the roof, but you do it in the strike the two alternatives, and it should be the standing seam roof should be the one that we approve.
Okay.
Thank you.
So vote to issue a certificate of appropriateness with the following conditions: that the standing seam roof shall be installed in a smooth profile and a color to match the main roof.
Okay, thank you for the motion and the prompt. And is there a second to that?
I would second that, and certainly appreciate your attention to detail and trying to elevate the current condition.
We appreciate that, Mr. Robinson.
I appreciate the feedback and comments. Thank you.
So we have a motion and a second. May we do a roll call vote, please?
Jessica, you're muted.
Yeah, there we go. She may be having trouble with her audio.
It's freezing up at a couple of times.
It's all right. I can
Yeah.
call your names for you. Jessica can hear. She can mark it down. All right. So Chris Parts, sorry.
Yes.
Chris Weston,
Yes.
Ed,
Yes.
Jamie,
Yes.
Lily,
Yes.
Phoebe,
Yes.
Ray,
Yes.
Vince,
Yes.
and John.
Yes. Thank you again, Mr. Robinson, and good luck with your projects. I think that's wonderful. Then we had a couple of tax credit applications.
Hi, I'm back. I'm sorry. I think my video and audio cut out.
Well, welcome back.
Yeah, our tax credits that were reviewed with MHT Part 2 approval are the King property at 711 Clavden Road in Pikesville. This is a contributing structure in the Sudbrook Park County Historic District. And it's a Part 2 approval for in-kind roof replacement, cedar shake siding repairs and replacements, and cedar shake siding staining, County Council District number 2. Then the Knott property at 517 Murdoch Road in Towson. It's a contributing resource in the Annalise National Register Historic District. Part 2 approval for the installation of a heating and air conditioning system, County Council District number 6. That's all.
Great, thank you. Thank you so much. So our next meeting is July 13th, and then commissioners, remember, we get an August vacation month. So we'll sprint to the finish next month. And I think that's everything. Anything I'm missing, Caitlin or Jessica?
Nope.
Oh, good, then may we have a motion to adjourn?
That we adjourn.
Have a second?
Second.
And we can do this by voice vote, by acclamation. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right.
All opposed? In all the years I've been running meetings, nobody ever opposes.
Adjourn. Funny that way.
Thank you all so much. Be safe out there and have a
Thank
good
you.
evening.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
You too. Good night, all.
you.
Bye-bye.